Hey guys, Prince of Macedon here, and we're going to look at these McFarlane Superman 2025 action figures and statue. And before I start, let me just say this. I am not one of those Snyderverse Superman fans who thinks only Henry Cavill is the only Superman. I actually have a more broad perspective of Superman because I started watching Superman with Christopher Reeve in theaters. That's right, Superman 3 was my first Superman movie in theaters, and then I watched every other Superman portrayal on screen. I loved them all. I loved I loved Christopher Reeve. I loved Brendan Routh. I loved Henry Cavill, and I loved David Cornsweet. I think they all look pretty great. I even loved all the TV actors. You have Dean Cain, Tom Welling, Tyler Hoechlin, and you have that Superboy actor, which I already forgot his name. But yeah, I'm a long-term Superman fan. I started reading the comics when I was in probably 7th grade, and I collected so many Superman DC comics, and he was my favorite comic book hero of all time, and I loved all the movie portrayals of him. I even loved the old school George Reeves. But let's get these out of the box. I'm gonna try to do this in one take because my computer's messed up, so I can't really edit this video down. So let's take these out of the boxes first. Let's start with Ultraman. And I'm gonna zoom in after I get these out of the box. I just wanna get them out of the box first. I apologize for how primitive this will be, doing this in one take. So let me just cut the tape. But yeah, a little fun fact, when Man of Steel first came out and they showed Henry Cavill in the new Superman outfit without the red underwear, there was so much uproar about it. So now I think it's kind of funny that some of these people who only knew Henry Cavill as Superman, they're making fun of the new Superman outfit with the red underwear, but most fans know that's the way Superman's supposed to look. The new Superman outfit is a lot more realistic, or it's a lot more faithful to the comics and the previous movies than Man of Steel ever was. But I still love Man of Steel. I loved Henry Cavill. I think the Man of Steel DC Snyder movie might have been my favorite Superman movie. But again, I'm not saying Henry Cavill is the only one because I love them all. Let me just cut the tape first on these bad boys. All right, so let's start getting these out of the box. And yeah, I'll zoom in once I take them out. I just want to get to work on removing these. Shoot, they have the twisties on them, which is going to be a little problematic because I do not have my scissors on me. Here's the big kaiju. This guy looks ridiculous. Oh yeah, you're probably noticing I'm missing a lot of the movie figures. Like no Lex Luthor, no Metamorpho. I don't even have the standard Superman. I've got the deluxe theatrical Superman though. And then this one's an oddball, the one I'm opening right now, because this is a statuette. He is not an action figure. Damn. I cannot take him out of the box. Oh, you know why? Shoot. Because the stand was blocking him. There is a stand for this, which let's do that one last. He's not gonna be able to stand like that. Let's zoom in just a little bit on these figures. And we'll start with the action figures first, the ones that I have. And by the way, McFarlane does not have a Hawk Girl yet, and it does not have the Green Lantern guy. Gardner. Let's see if I can get these twisties off quick enough because, shoot, I'm gonna need scissors. Give me a second. Again, I can't edit this part out. I apologize, guys. Yeah, I'm doing this all in one take because my computer, it won't start anymore. So I can't edit videos. I mean, I can on my phone, but it leaves an annoying watermark on my video. Let's take Ultraman out first. Dang it. This is really hard. See, I'm trying to do it fast. I'm not gonna bother taking the hands out, but you can see that he does have 6 hands in here. And I don't see a stand, unfortunately. Oh yeah, the stand's actually inside the box, which, let's see if I can stand him without the box. Let's see, stay. Okay, I don't know how he's staying like that, but somehow he is. This one is the theatrical deluxe Superman. So he has 3 extra faces, and he has Crypto the dog. Let's take Crypto out first. Crypto is he's a static figure, but I love him. Superman comes out really easily. And yeah, apparently the standard version has a plastic cape, but the theatrical deluxe version has a cloth cape, which I kind of like the cloth feel better, but we're gonna see the plastic cape on the battle damage Superman, which we're gonna open after this guy. Stay, dude. So let's take out, this is battle damage Superman, so he has a dirt on him. So battle damage Superman only has 2 hands, in addition to what he has right now. And I'm gonna zoom in a minute, don't worry guys. I just wanna get these guys out of the box first before I do anything else with them. Sorry, these are really hard to put without make them stand without the stand. They're in the box, but I don't wanna waste any more time taking those out of the box. Come on, dude. This guy's battle damage, that's why he's having a hard time standing. He's had a hard life, guys. Let's take the big kaiju out. Apparently there is a baby version of the kaiju. So I think Lex Luthor, he kind of grows this guy in a lab. And he has a big tail here. Look at that. So with the tail, he can stand on his own. There is very little articulation on this guy, on kaiju here. I don't remember kaiju being in the comics. Oh, and finally, we do have the Superman statue, which I guess we'll take him out too. I'm gonna try to get him out without without ruining his boots. There we go. Here's the statue. The statue does have a trading card, and it does have an actual stand with it. But due to time constraints, we're not gonna go into that silly stuff. So hold on. Here's the statue. You know, while we're looking at the statue, let's measure him, because people are wondering how tall he is. He is definitely not 1/6 scale. I'll tell you that. He looks kind of short for 1/6 scale. 1/6 scale would mean he was about 12 inches. This guy is about 10 inches tall. So that's definitely not 1/6 scale. So if you try to match him with a Hot Toys figure, he would be a little short. All right, so let's go zoom back out. So here we have, I only have 4 of the action figures. I do want to get more. I think the action line looks pretty good. Let's zoom in on these 3 here first. So we have Ultraman, Crypto, Theatrical Superman Deluxe, and Battle Damage Superman. So let's look at these guys first. So, Battle Damage Superman, so he looks exactly like this guy, except this guy has a plastic cape, and he has the Battle Damage suit, or like dirt on him. And in the trailers, you do see him with a lot of dirt. So when he's in the thick of it, he gets into tons of fights and stuff, and he gets dirty because of it. Also going through all those buildings. The articulation's pretty good on this. A little stiff right now. Oh gosh, why did that happen? He just came right off his torso. I mean, I hope that pops in, because that kind of sucks if he doesn't. Wow, note to self, he's really susceptible to breaking at the torso. I mean, I put him back in, but I feel like if I twist him again, he's going to come right off of his torso, which is really annoying. Again, each of these figures, they do have a card. They're inside the box right now, and they do have a stand. The stand is what makes them stay up. Because right now, I'm trying to make them stand on their own, and it's really hard. So here is the theatrical Superman, aka Deluxe. And again, he has a cloth cape, which I think looks really good. And there is a wire in here, so you can pose him. See that? But let's just put his cape down for now. But I think aside from that, I think he's the exact same looking figure as the Standard, which is why I didn't buy Standard. The Standard just has a plastic version of this. Also, the Standard doesn't have crypto, and Standard doesn't have all the extra faces. I'm not going to bother taking his face off. But he looks good, though. Like, the face has a very good likeness to the actor, David Corenswet. If you guys don't know David Corenswet, he was also in the Twisters movie, 2024. He was part of the, what was that crew? Stormpar. Yeah, he was part of that crew. And he looks exactly like Superman. When I watch Twisters, I'm like, dude, that guy would be a good Superman actor. This purple dude, this is Ultraman. If you never read the comics, you might not recognize him. Sorry, if you had read the comics, you might not recognize him, because in the comics, he is exactly Superman. He's like an alternate Superman, but he's more of an evil Superman. So, little spoiler alert: when this guy pops up in the movie, it's most likely going to be David Corenswet just rocking out this purple outfit. Or you know what? Maybe they'll do something really cool and have a previous Superman actor dressed as Ultraman. But yeah, this guy has the same powers as Superman. But in the comics, he teamed up with Lex Luthor a few times. This guy looks really good, by the way. But yeah, in the comics, he looks more like Superman. He's like a Superman variant. Dang it, dude. This guy, okay, he's not gonna stay up too long like that. Let's show you the other guys. Let's move a little to this side. Again, I apologize for showing this like this, but yeah, my computer is broken, so I can't really edit the videos anymore. This video is 30 minutes long already. So this is Kaiju. And again, from what I understand, he is raised by Lex Luthor in the lab. But there is another figure which has a baby Kaiju. So yeah, Lex Luthor grows this guy in his lab from infancy. There is not much articulation. You could twist him at the torso. You can't really turn his neck, even though there's a thing here where you think you might be able to. And the arms go up and down. That's pretty much the only articulation. Oh, and the tail. But you know what? Because I'm going to put this on display, I don't really care about the articulation. I just care about it looking good. And he does look good. Look, match him against Superman here. Battle damage Superman. I wonder if this is the correct proportion with the movie. But I imagine a kaiju would be a giant monster. I mean, he's pretty big. Granted that. Let's see. I'll have him like hold Superman. he could be flinging Superman, actually. Superman's gonna be fighting him like this. There you go. He can use his heat ray on him, and he can get Crypto to help. Ruff, ruff, ruff. And let's talk about the statue over here. It's a plastic one, so it's, I don't know if I want to call it a statue. It looks pretty good though. The statue is only $40, and there is an actual stand. It's got a big S. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got a big S, and it's got parts of the Fortress of Solitude. And again, this one also has a card, and he looks pretty good. He actually has a cape as well, a cloth cape with wiring, so you can pose the cape, give him a nice heroic stance with the wind blowing. So he could look really good. Again, this is a statuette, so there is no articulation whatsoever with this one. But this will just look good on the display. I think it looks pretty good for only $40 too, so not bad. But again, he's only 10 inches tall. He is not a 1/6 figure as some people were hoping. Let me zoom back out. So I am very pleased with this little collection I have right now. Let's see. They look pretty good. But yeah, I still want to get I still have to get Lex Luthor. I have to get Metamorpho. Metamorpho is an interesting character. He's a superhero. He looks like a villain, but Metamorpho. And then I can't wait to see Gardner as Green Lantern, the Gardner version Green Lantern, because he looks really funny, and he's played by Nathan Fillion from Firefly, so great actor. And yeah, if you look at him, you're like, man, this guy isn't really good. He's not bad, but it's gonna be cool to see a Green Lantern on screen again. Because the last time we had a Green Lantern on screen in a Warner Bros. Movie, it was Ryan Reynolds. So, like, I don't fault him for that movie. The movie was kind of lackluster. It wasn't great. Let's just say that. But yeah, this is my look at these Superman 2025 movie action figures and the statue. This guy's kind of a statue too. But again, I apologize for not being able to edit that. My computer's broken.